Welcome to third grade number talk, week 5 of our video series. Last week you did addition strategy, adding up in chunks. Today you're doing subtraction strategy, adding up. Actually very, very similar concept when you think about it. So if we're looking at it, we're saying that, well, we know if we start at 59 and we're adding up from 59 to 70. So we say, well, 59 and we add 1 or we gain 1 is 60. From 60, if we add 10, then we end up at 70. So we know that 10 gain 1 or 1 gain 10 gives us a difference of 11. And another way to think about it is actually look at it on a number line and say, well, if I start at 59 and I add 10 to that would give me 69. If I add 1 to that, that would give me 70. So again, we have our 10 gain 1, the difference is 11. When we look at B, we again are starting with 44 and we're adding up, right? We're adding up. So 44, if I gain 6, that gets me to 50. And if I say, well, I want to go from 50 to 100. So some of you may count by tens. You may say 50, and then you might say 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Others of you may look at it and say, well, I know that 50 plus 50 gets me to 100. So I go back and say, well, what numbers did I have to add together? I'd add 50 plus 6, so I know it's 56. Again, if we want to look at it on a number line, we can say, well, let's start at 44. Well, let's go ahead and move up to 50. So let's gain that 6. And then go 10 more, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So that's 50 more. So again, it's a difference of 56. For the next problem, again, adding up. If we're looking at 324, we might just want to say, well, I'm just going to add 6 to that. That gets me to 330. But if 330, if I count by tens to 750, well, that's going to take me a really long time. But wait a second, I'm not in the tens place anymore. I'm actually in the hundreds place. Why don't I count by hundreds? So I could start at 330, and then I could add 100, which gets me to 430. I can add 100, gets me to 530. Add 100 gets me to 630. Add another 100 gets me to 730. And then, if I think about it, now 730 to 750, well, now I can count by tens. 730, and then 740, and then 750. So let's go back and think, what did we do to have that happen for us? Well, we went first, we added 60 to 330. Then we went 100, 200, 300, 400. So we have 400. Then we went 10, 20. And remember the 6 in the beginning that got us up to 330. So the difference would be 426. So the difference from 750, lose 324, the difference is 426. Again, another strategy, another way to look at it. But hopefully you're able to look at this and recognize, oh, wait a second, that's very similar to adding up in chunks. Instead, I'm just doing it with subtraction because addition and subtraction are called inverse operations for each other.